finished all the upgrades to our doors and drawers. This week we are getting them back in the van, which will really transform the space, I think. Because it's only a couple more weeks now until we are headed out of London for a few days on the road, which is going to be amazing. So I'm going to start off with doing these overhead cupboard doors and move on then to do bedside tables, and then kitchen and living area. Sort of work up to down. So I did number them before I took them off, and before I painted. I just need to try and match up the numbers, and hopefully I didn't paint over the numbers.
Sweet redemption, I will never let you down. Will it ever get sunny? Oh, I wonder, honey, baby, how you make me sway. You say you will, I'm calling your addictive brand. You say you will, yeah, I'm crossing the obsessive line. You say you will, I'm calling your addictive brand.
So I've done the right hand side of the van, the overhead doors and the bedside storage doors. What do you think? Now you can see a comparison between no doors and doors. I think it looks way better. What I've got left to do tomorrow is a bit more white paint. Just the front of the bed, and then once that's dry I can put the lid of the sofa on. Then I can put the door for the toilet on, but more on that tomorrow. Making really good progress, still on track now for the van to be finished, these, round of renovations by the end of next week, which I think is entirely possible. But for now, here's what I've got. I've got toilet door back on, and then the two bench sheet covers back on as well. Yeah, next I'm going to trim out the big window in the kitchen and get that glue drying. And then while that glue's drying, I can clear out all the tools I don't need from the kitchen area in preparation for replacing all the kitchen doors, cabinets and drawers. Then after that it's a case of putting everything back in the van and cleaning everything. That'll probably take a few days. But still on track to have it finished.
My mind, how could I be so blind? How could I not see? Awake on the floor, looking up, wanting more. This is so unreal. I must have been wrong. Guess your love is strong for him. Why would it not be? He's always there for me.
Big window trim done. So now we are literally just the kitchen units left to do, and then we are well on the way to being completely ready to go on our trip. First things first, with the kitchen I want to get all the doors and drawers back in.
One more Saturday night, you're wearing them jeans so tight. I'll keep waiting for the perfect moment when you're dancing like that, with that shirt and that hat. God, I'll need just one more drink to calm down. Ooh, you know
of the doors and drawers back in the kitchen. All that's missing from the kitchen is the fridge. I'm not going to put that into very last until after we've hoovered and cleaned and stuff. So it's looking so good. So still need to decide on where we want to put the handles. Might have a chat with Mychele about that later. But good day's work. All the doors are in, drawers work, with a few minor alterations that will need a lick of paint at the end. But we're definitely on track, so I'll see you tomorrow. So yesterday we finished off and put all the doors and drawers in, and today we're gonna give it a deep clean. But look who's back on the van.
Hi.
For those of you who don't remember, this is Mychele. She hasn't been with us for a long time.
Hilarious, because they just watched 2 vlogs that were all about me.
So we're gonna get straight into it and clean the van.
Here I am, back in the van. Woo! We are cleaning the van today. So we've taken all of the loose pieces out. That could be any tools or even things that normally live in the van that are just loose for now. We've taken everything out so that we can give everything a really deep clean without it being in the way. And then, in theory, by the time that the clean is done, we should be able to reload the van and hit the road.
Mychele's first time in a van in what, like a month?
Yeah.
And her biggest pet peeve of being a van is...
I hate being attacked from above in these small spaces. Like, living in a small space is fine, but when I'm like vacuuming or something and I hit my head, it makes me so mad.
She had got the knack of not hitting her head, but these amateurs who haven't been in a van in a while. Back to cleaning.
So hard to open now. Why is that? We need words.
Why?
Why are you laughing at me?
Because like when we first got them, I was like, nah, they're f***ing open. And
I didn't
It's
mind.
so hard to open.
No, I was always fine with these the way they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, they're better now.
I need a stool for the up.
I have a stool.
Can I have?
Did you want to pause for lunch? Or no?
I do like lunch.
Huh?
I do like lunch.
I do like lunch.
No. No.
You don't want lunch.
I do want lunch. But I'm gonna do the front first. This front area is like, this back area is like mostly vacuumed.
Okay.
I've done these cubbies. I'm trying to do these, but I need the stool.
I'll grab the stool now.
And then I'm gonna do the front. Yeah. And then we can pause for lunch. So I have vacuumed this whole back section. This Henry, the Hoover guy, he's top drawer. We needed him round 1.
Mychele's never met a Henry Hoover.
No. Ours are called Victor vacuums.
Really?
No. They are called vacuums, but I don't know of one named Victor. Yeah, so I've done this whole section and like underneath. Now I'm gonna go to the front and do that, and then Shaun will probably come through and pass with like a cloth, because there's only so much dust you can pick up with a vacuum, I think.
The only thing that's in here now is
Like the framework.
appliance-wise is the cooker.
Oh
That's
yeah,
the
that's the fridge.
that's the only thing that's in here, because the cooker's much harder to get out, and I don't really like playing with gas.
Are you gonna add that trim back on?
What trim?
Around the cooker?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I've got new trim. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so the only appliance in here is the cooker. Everything else is just like the framework. So.
Also, we haven't said this yet. Merry Christmas, everybody. Baby!
So this is probably the last van build video, I reckon,
Do you think?
before we leave. Go back to cleaning.
So I just finished the preliminary vacuum in the front part of the van, like where the kitchen is and stuff. And Shaun went to go make us some lunch while I finished that. And then after lunch, he's gonna come in and wipe everything down with some soap. And I think it looks pretty good. Definitely better. You can see there's still like loads of dust and stuff there, but that really needs to be done with a rag. Same with this, because if I went at it with the vacuum too hard, it was gonna scratch the paint probably. Yeah.
That's the end of today's van cleaning. We'll be back tomorrow with more van preparations, but tonight we're going to Winter Wonderland, which we're gonna take you guys along, but it'll be in a different video to this one. So, see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Yesterday we did Winter Wonderland, and that was amazing. Highly recommend it. If you haven't checked it out already, there's a link up here. But today we're adding, I think, maybe the final modification to the van. Let's get started and you'll see what it's about. So this final modification, I'm going to add LEDs to the footwell and like puddle lights to the doors that will work off our interior light, so that we're hooked up to the same circuit. I just think it would be a nice ambient addition and handy when we park up somewhere overnight and it's a little bit muddy outside. So let's see if we can make it possible. Got really into what I was doing. I didn't pick the camera up. What I've done so far is I've oh my god, that's creepy. I've added the LED controller that I need to sit above the interior lights. A bit of a short day today, but I'm going to pause here for today. Just getting a bit chilly. See you tomorrow. Quick recap on what I was saying last night is, so far I've got the LED controller sat just above the interior light and the cable coming down through the roof and down the pillar to, at the moment it's just by the fuse board here. I put one set of LEDs in, there's another 3 to go, one in the driver footwell and then one on each door. So right now I think I'm going to fit the passenger side, so get the passenger side all done, and then move on to the driver's side.
No time to worry about the past. Await the future to come at last.
That took a while. So hopefully now the plan is to run the cable from near where the fuse box is up through here, out of here, and then down to the bottom of the door. That's the plan. No idea how easy or if it is even going to be possible. Something I want to find out is to do it.
The race ends up higher, higher. We raise our heads up to the sky.
I've got the cable in finally. Wasn't too bad. It's just taking longer than I wanted to because it's quite chilly and my fingers are getting cold. But now I can put the door panel back on and yeah, rebuild the door, then wire that LED in, check to see if it works, and if it works, move on to the other side.
For every teardrop you shed in me, we will be stronger to fight the pain. I wanna wake up without sorrow. I wanna step out in a world that's brighter. We are the people of tomorrow. We stand together, raise our hands up higher.
I've just finished wiring up the LEDs. What do you think? So you got some in each footwell, and then on the bottom of each door. So when you open the door, they come on. Another day's work done, and see you tomorrow. It's not really good morning, it's sort of good evening 2 days later. We are leaving for our trip tomorrow. Got a fairly long list of things I need to do before we leave in the morning, so here's my list, and let's start checking it off. I'm going to start with cleaning the water tank and the water pipes, because they haven't really done anything for a good few months, so they probably need to clean. So I'm just going to go grab the water tank and we'll do that. With 70 litres of water and then put the cleaner in it. So you need to let it sit there for a few hours now, then fill it up ready to go. Cupboard door handles check. How's my water doing? I guess it's right. Next thing is start by the door of the van and work round the kitchen, cupboards, and fix and load as I go now.
Hi guys, so we're packing the van. We're trying to hurry up. Finally on the road. We had to stop to grab a few things. Costa, which we didn't have to do, but we did a few more groceries. We had to stop at Halford's to get some de-icing and some other stuff. We had to stop at a pet store to get, what is it? To get hay?
Sawdust.
To get sawdust for the toilet. That's gonna be an exciting adventure this time around. And we're heading to the Peak District. And it's gonna be a great trip. It's just a few days.
We have an entire box of Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, Shaun surprised me with a giant box of Krispy Kremes, and if that's not love, I don't know what is, baby. Yeah! We've already had 2. All right, we will see you next week. Have a good day, guys!
No.